Choose me, baby, choose me, baby. I'm asking you, baby. I'm asking you. I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Choose me, baby. 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 Yeah. Come on, baby. Choose me, baby. Choose me, baby. Choose me, baby. Choose me, baby. I know that you know what to choose. Oh, I'm gonna find your eye. Come on, girl. Choose me, baby. Choose me, baby. Choose me, baby. Choose me, baby. Yeah. Come on, baby. Something I want to do. Come on, baby. Take it back. Well. Let's just see. Let's just see the choice. Well, look, I had a little technical difficulty this evening. I don't know if we're all on all the platforms tonight, but well, we're going to go ahead and go. We're going to see how it's going to go. Yes, choosing, choices. Hey, welcome. Thank you for dropping by, stopping by, and just waving and saying hello. Hey, my name is Lamar, but you can call me Trey, and welcome to For the Record, the Word on the Street. Now, I'm having a little technical difficulties. I'm trying to make sure that I'm seen on all the platforms. I tell you, I'm hoping that we made it, but if not, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do what it do and make it do what it do. All right, I know I look like I've got uh, YouTube on, so that's good. I'm trying to look to see if my Facebook is up and running. Uh, wow, it doesn't appear that it is, but that's all right. We're gonna make sure that we're ready anyhow. Hold up for a second. Let me see, said the blind man. Are we up out there? Hello, is anybody in the house? Well, I'm getting a live feed through my for my Facebook folk, but that's okay. We're gonna have to give we're gonna have to give the uh, wide YouTube folk a treat this evening. All right, that's okay. That's all right. Well, again, my name is Trey, and it's Monday. It's Monday, and it's moving. Monday madness. Everything's floating around. But just in case you folks out there, you can still grab me on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube. Look like only my YouTube is up, my Facebook is down. That's okay. That's okay. So we're not gonna be here long. We're just gonna say a few things and get it out of the way. You don't mind, do you? Yeah. So anyway, if you're listening through on the YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button and that share button and hit that bell. Look at somebody say it don't cost you a thing. Just go ahead and hit it and give me a like so that we can continue on with some hopefully some good content. Okay. All right. Well, here we are. So here we are. All right. The choices, man. Look. Hey, we've got choices. That's the beauty of life. Here, we're in the 21st century, and boy, do we have a lot of choices. And with choices come responsibility. Yeah, with choices come responsibility. And as I look at some of the choices in my life, you know, sometimes I got to ask myself, if I can, travel back into time, in some of those choices, or if I can, jump to the future and uh, change some of the choices I made in the past, and see, what the results of these choices, have dealt, you know, on my life, would I change them? Well, my natural answer is yes, I would. Yes, I would. There's a lot of things that I would have changed in my life had I, had the opportunity or the foresight to change some things. Yes, there's a lot, but unfortunately, I don't have that power. No one giving me the capability to do that. And so here I am with my choices. So choices that you know we shouldn't take them for granted. And it just appears to me that we are just we're just throwing away our choice. We're just throwing away our choices. Now, so what choices am I talking about? I'm talking about many of them, many of them, many of them. Sometimes a small decision in the beginning can turn out to be a big decision in the end. You know, especially when it's dealing with us. When I'm dealing with us as a people. As I look, over the years, and I have the ability to look back, further than some, and I see some of the choices, that we're making, that we have made, have ever contributed to a negative impact in where we are today, you know. One of the choices, that I see as a people that has really, hurt us was the selection of certain leadership, putting all of our eggs in the basket of some certain leadership who have just really decimated us. They have not lived up to the dream, or even lived up to the billing. Yeah, they've done everything to the contrary. To honor their word or their promise to us. Martin Luther King said, these United, and I'm paraphrasing here. It said the United States have written a check, and when I went to the bank to cash it, the check bounced. That check bounced the hell out of the bank. It wasn't worth the paper it was written on. The numbers might have been an amount on the check might as well have been zero. They said they deposit some funds into our account, but what they did, they put it in the wrong account. They put it in the account for the women. They put it in the account for poor folk. They put in the account for the LGBTQ LMNOP group. They put it in everybody's account except for ours. Now, before I get a bunch of yang, I'm not anti anything. I'm not anti-white. I'm not anti-black. I'm not anti-Asian. I'm not anti-gay, lesbian, trans. I'm not anti anything. I'm just pro American descendants of slavery. And so when I speak in that behalf, I'm steadfast, unmovable, unshakable on that fact. And so that's the choice that I have made. Whereas I see a lot of other folk and their choice when it comes to that regard, they're spineless, don't even want to say the word. They want to get along to get along. Hey, listen, it's okay to be, to be in harmony and try to keep peace when can. But there are times you've got to make it clear and you got to make it, without any doubt where you stand. If I tell you I'm thirsty, I want, and I said I want some water, that's what I want. Don't bring me no Kool-Aid. Don't bring me no lemonade. Don't bring me any sweetened drink. I said I want some water. And I meant what I said. And see, and that's what people try to do to us. They try to alter our decision. They say, well, we gave you something to drink. Yeah, you didn't give me what I wanted. You know, I'm a diabetic. I can't be drinking sweet stuff. You know, I can't be, eating that. I told you what my desires were, my diet was, and so that's what I said. I'm telling you what I need. And when we operate in that kind of decision, we let people decide what we're going to get and what we can't have. When the things that we're only demanding, that's right, demanding is what is owed and what we're entitled to. Yeah, you see, and so that's a the decision to decide and demand folk to give you what's yours. Now, now, it's not easy. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like it is easy, but because it's not. Because the dominant society will always try to piecemeal and give to what they think you deserve or what you need. Just like we're children. Like they're the parents and we're the child. They're trying to make the decisions for you because they feel that you have not become the legal age or become mature enough or a whole host of reasons. Choices choices you know many of us are in these relationships that are dang you know they're just god awful. God awful. When you're working for somebody, who um, uh, undermines whatever you're doing, or mistreats you, or underpays you, or just simply disrespect you. You're just a means to an end, which I understand that part. But even uh, you know, automobile is a means to the end. But I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna put some. I'm gonna make sure the maintenance is correct on it, and I'm not gonna dog it out if I really want to keep it running, sustain it for its use. You know, choices, choices. And just the word on my street, as I see it. You know, many of the ADOS community. You know, they've made the decision that it is not worth their trouble to get involved with a affirmative or positive change such as reparations or such as changing, some of these crazy laws that destroys, hinder, and deter their existence. That's true. You know, they don't think if if they can't get somebody else to fight for them. Well, they're not going to uh, they're not going to succeed because they don't feel as if they're they feel like they can fight. They, they just rather keep their head down and hope no one sees them. They kind of blend in. Those are the choices. Well, those are foolish choices because you only can be invisible. You can only be invisible for so long. After a while, somebody gonna see you. Even if you try to do the right thing, somebody's gonna see you, and they're gonna say, "Look, wait a minute, wait a minute. Is that Pam over there?" And call you out. And then once they call you out, and you say, "Yeah, I'm Pam," they're gonna put you in the meat grinder. Yeah, they're gonna put you in the meat grinder. Choices, choices. You know, I don't have a, I don't have a magic bullet. You know, on how to get our people, on code so they can be making better choices. But I just know we have to. I just know we have to. We're living in we're living in a time where you know it seems as if self destruction is the key. Self destruction is the key. Now I'm not talking about everybody because you get to always there's always going to be a remnant of us because they've been trying to exterminate us for a long time. But God has has always came and quelled the death angel from the extinction of us. That's true. That's the way it is. The dominant society. Man, what's wrong with me tonight? The dominant society are looking for ways, are looking for ways to make us less relevant. That's what they're doing. If you don't believe me, even in the choice in the immigration law, yeah, on the immigration law, listen, that is not in our favor. You know, they're like uh, replacements. They are temporary. They're temporary now. Well, don't get twisted. They're temporary because the fact of the matter is, whenever the dominant society, gets finished with their tools, they just break them. So they'll be on the chopping block, soon enough. But first they're going to have to deal with us, and we're a group that has been we've been dwindling, but hey, we're still here. We're still here. You know, choices. What when you got up this morning? What choice did you make to in order to preserve your little persons or people on your street? What decision did you just say? "Well, hey, this day, this is the day the Lord has made. Let me rejoice and be glad in it. That's all. I'm going to eat, drink, and be merry, and that's all it is to it. I'm not going to worry about tomorrow. You know, because tomorrow never comes. I'm just going to deal with the day. And I'm going to be hitting them as they come. I'm not gonna plan, or I'm just gonna exist until my number's called up. Now, if my number's never called up, Hey, hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But see, you fool, your number's going to get called up. Yeah, your numbers eventually you're going to have to come on up to the major leagues, and you're going to have to, you know, get it on. Yeah, that's what's happening. Choices, man, choices. You know, you know, they made a choice to, you know, spend over, uh, you know, $2 trillion, on a 20-year, what they're calling a forever war. That forever war didn't start there. America's been at war with somebody since its existence. Now, if you think a lot, take a look at it. They America has been at war since its existence. Actually, prior to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just because they don't pronounce it out loud don't mean they're not at war. But they America been at war since its existence. Yes, been at war with the native folk that live here. They've been at war with uh, 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 the uh, um, American descendants of slavery, which is still going on now, and they've been at war with people in this hemisphere. They've been people at war with people in across the hemisphere. America has been at war since its existence. So I don't know why you're so surprised about a 20-year war. You know, because that is what America does. There, America is a warrior nation. It just is. It's a warrior nation. Yeah, it's always looking forward towards the next war. Yeah, war on drugs, war on abortion. Yeah, war. America's always looking for the next war. War on terrorism. Yeah, America's always looking forward towards the next war because war is money. War is money. Yes, it is. War is money. And the capitalistic vultures here in America, hey, their wings are spread wide, ready to swoop down and pick the bones of the dead. Yes, yes, there is money to made in the dead. Yes, choices. Those are the choices. Now we've had uh, 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 you know uh, economic uh, uh, disasters. We had natural disasters, and now we have this pandemic. And don't think for a moment that those capitalistic vultures aren't making money off of it. Don't think for a moment until there's no more meat to pick off the bones. They're going to continue to do that. That's what they do. That's just what they do. Yes, choices. We've got to we have to really be uh, aware of our choices. Even as to who we ally or form a partnership with. You know, yeah, yeah. You know, just because they walk you to the gate, you know, does not mean if the crap hit the fan, they won't kick you out and lock the gate behind. You know, that's another one of Martin Luther King's things. We talk about those good liberals. You know, they got the stomach for it. You know, for a while or for a season, but they are easily diverted when their interest is no longer viable. What does that mean? Meaning, once they have no use for it, boom, we're done. Yeah, they move on to the next, capital venture. The next thing, choices. You know, we had an election last year. Choices. Now, again, this choice, you know, voting or finding yourself in the political arena, you know, this is a choice. Now, I'm not saying, do or don't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying exercise your choice. Do or don't. Right or left, up or down. Exercise your choice and be informed about your choices. You know, most of the time when we get ready to make a choice when it comes to the political arena, you know, we follow the herd mentality. And what I mean by that is, you know, you don't do your research. You go off by what the closest shout out. You know, yeah, Pookie said this. And Pookie don't know a damn thing. Pookie ain't looked at nobody. Or Margie said this. Margie don't know a damn thing. Oh, she's a sister girl, so she got to be all right. You know, yeah, she got to be all right. Same thing about old Pookie. Yeah, he riding deep. So he got to be right. No, that's. Hey, listen, if that's how you judge, your major decisions, just by you know looking at it and without testing it out, then you're gonna have a problem. Now, sometimes you might get it right, luckily, but most of the time you won't get it wrong. And when that Trojan horse show up, you're gonna either stick your head in the sand and act like nothing happening, or you're gonna pitch a fit. That's gonna be your reaction. Oh, and then the other folks in the peanut gallery in the back of the bus are gonna be saying, "I told you that boy was no good." Yeah, you told me that boy was no good. You see, choices. That's how we doing it. That's how we doing it these days. You know, choices. We don't necessarily want to be heard or seen. We just want it. That's it, man. We just want it. We got to get past that. We got to get past that because the sun's going down. As sure as you're born, the sun is going down. You know, choices. You there's a line in one of the OJ songs. You know, talking about hey, we told you don't lay with that boy. Yeah, that's what it said. Now we told you don't lay with them folk, and now you got problems because you didn't listen, and you made some bad choices. And I'm guilty as well. I've made some bad choices in my life. I've made a whole heap of them. But thank God, thank God, I'm still here. But I learned from my choices. You know, some folks don't want to hear it. They just say, "Well, I made a choice, and so I'm not going to ponder on it. I'm not going to linger on it." No, I'm not asking you to ponder on it like that or linger on it like that. But I'm telling you that go ahead and check it out. And dissect that thing and get it and get the root cause on why you made that choice, and hopefully that you don't make that same choice again, given the same circumstances. Yeah, yeah, choices. Yeah, that place where you don't know. Should I stay or should I go? You know, because you're just too tired or you're too frustrated to figure it out. You know, you're just too tired, or too, or maybe just too stubborn to figure it out, or you're too conceited to admit, or too narcissistic to say that's a bad choice. That's a bad choice. I need to I need to rethink that thing. Yeah, live with it. A lot. We're with relationships. We're in relationships uh, that the abuser no longer even hear you crying. You know, oh, that's just them ADOS folk over there crying because they always crying. You know, and see and they spread that rumor that we're always crying, and so it kind of reverbs across the rest of the other folk and say, yeah, those are crybabies over there. That's all they doing is crying. Those foundational Black Americans over there, that's all they doing is crying. Those blacks over there, that's what they always doing. They're just crying. And we keep on making a choice to love them. We're just gonna love you anyway. I don't care how much foot you put in my ass. I'm gonna love you. Choices, choices. The dominance. Oh my, can't say that word. That y'all love that dominant society. Hey, they're counting on us. They're counting us to make poor choices. The race in California. Newsom and his recall. The governorship of California. Listen, you know, Newsom is not a friend of ours. You hear me? California and that's a quote unquote liberal uh, uh, so-called Democratic Republican stronghold. But yet, but yet, they're locking up our black folks, running them out of town like it's a sundown state. Yeah, that's right. That's right. A lot of folks just give it up. Home of the let the drugs come in and let's get them niggas out. Yeah, California. You know, brought us a whole lot of bad stuff. So don't think you know just because they're a liberal Democrat they got your back. Yeah, choices, man. We got to make better choices, and we got to and you can't have choices unless you ask the question. Yeah, ask the hard question, and it's not really that hard question to ask. You just got to open your mouth and ask it. And if they don't answer the question, because sometimes they try to do the two step, or sidestep, or moonwalk the way out of the conversation. Yeah, yeah, that's what those liberals do. Yeah, when they start lumping us in with everybody, using words like people of color, colored folk, colored people, you know, or use the word black. Yeah, when it comes to reparation, reparations for all who, you know, you know who. Yeah, and so choices, the choices that we make that and today impact, you know, generations, and at each passing moment, because those um, uh, choices that were made that are negatively impacting us, you know, we are afraid to put a stop to them. It's like, oh, well, that's the way it always been. Then that's the way it should always be. Those choices, those choices, those choices. You know, the president made a choice, not to pull out of, you know, Afghanistan. That's not that what I think that was the right choice. But he made the choice on how he was going to do it. The execution. Now, you got people saying, that was bad. That was a horrible execution. It was never going to be a not. It was never not going to be a horrible situation. You know, especially under the conditions that we find ourselves in. It was never going to be like, oh, y'all just going to go ahead and walk on out, without paying a toll. You know, and if anybody thought that was going to be the case, again, you were sadly mistaken, and your choice of thinking that was wrong. It was just plain on wrong because there was nothing. There was not one grain or shred of evidence that said anything otherwise. That there was going that in the end was going to be bloodless. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. Choices. We've got folk. We got folk over there. I could say when I say mission complete, the mission was completed. What missions I'm talking about? They wanted to extend Western culture, to the Afghani people, and they did. And you know what the Western culture is? Entitlement. And now everybody over there feels entitled. Oh, the women's rights, the gay rights. I was reading something today that the gays, in Afghanistan, they're talking about, hey, what about me? What about me? We gay now. Y'all showed us that it's okay to come out of the closet. Now that we're out of the closet, the Taliban's back ready to stick more things in our closet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So mission accomplished on the Western, indoctrination of these folks. Now, yeah, they just as entitled as the Western folk is. Yeah. But again, the the Afghans have not made a good decision. Their choices are false because, with that kind of Western culture and decision, it's a struggle. You're going to have to fight, and if they're not willing to fight and they just want somebody else to fight for them, okay, bad choice. Bad choice. You need to go ahead and just scurry back to where you were. Bad choice. If you are depending on America to have your back forever without any real reward, bad choice. You did not do your homework. You didn't do your due diligence. You didn't do your research. Choices. Choices have consequences. If you don't believe it, the last 4 years, boy, look here. Those folk who chose, Donald J. Trump as president, that's choice. That was their choice. Yeah, that was their choice. And look how that turned out for them. Now they got a lot. Oh yeah. And see, again, here's another choice that caused a whole lot of something, but a lot of folks call it nothing on January 6th when they didn't get their way, that the dominant society exploded and said, we ain't having it. We're gonna take it. We're gonna take it. See that they stand by their choice. The dominant society stand by their choices. They're willing to go. They're ready to go to hell and back. They're rather go. They're rather go to the floor for it. Crap all over the wall, stealing computers, bringing the Confederate flag. Yeah, yeah. Choices. See and see, just like in Reconstruction. The consequences for them is minimal. They're making it so that they can they're going to come right back into society with little or no consequences. Yeah, yeah, little or none. Yeah, choices, choices. See, when we choose, we've got to be on point. We don't have the luxury to make a mistake. because of an error in our part, whether it's judgment or the a lack of knowledge, it's going to cost us at least 10 times as much as it was or is for the dominant society. Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah. If you don't believe me, just look around. Two people, same crime, doing the same thing, basically everything equal. The only difference is their skin tone. Choice, choice, choice. The dominant society is setting us up so that the choices that we make fall in line with their agenda. And if it does, and if our choice do not align with their agenda, well, then the consequences and ramification for not choosing their agenda is annihilation for us. That might sound kind of hard to so for you to wrap your head around it, but that's the fact. That's what. Listen, listen. You know these folks. They just ushered in trillions of dollars, trillions of dollars. Now, listen to what I'm saying to you with a T. Trillions of dollars. That passed in the House and the Senate. Yeah, it's all like I said. These capital vultures, they're all about the money, and they already have figured a way to get all of that money and do the trickle down economic to us. That's it. And when I say we now, I'm talking about we, American descendant slave or financial black Americans, or even the black community as a whole. We're about to get the rug, pulled from underneath us. It just the economy is going to be booming. I believe that the economy is going to be booming. But you know who's going to fall to the wayside with all this? We are. We're going to be contractor, subcontractor to the subcontractor contractor. Yeah, we're not going to get the primary of anything. We're not going to get primary of anything. We're going to get the contractor, subcontractor to the subcontractor to the subcontractor deal. Meaning that no matter how hard you work or how well you do, you're gonna get whatever left over. All those big hogs and big vultures are gonna be all have already worked it out so that they're gonna get paid. That they're gonna get paid. They're gonna be the one to be doling out the money. Yeah, you know, that's the way it's gonna be. Choices. Choices. You know, we make the choice to be polite about it. You know, we make the choice to be polite. Now, listen. Sometimes you're gonna have to display your disdain and your disgust about situations, because I'm telling you, if you want to be a doormat, the dominant society, shoot, they're the right one for it. They're the one they'll run over you and wipe their feet and leave the door open for the next one. That's choices. That's choices. Serious choices. But we don't have. But if you don't have the stomach, listen. If you don't have the stomach for the fight, if you don't have the stomach for the fight, what you're going to have to do is get the hell out of the way. Don't be uh one who enables them, because you see this. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. You know, America's my home for us. Far back. 400 plus years. That's the only. That's the This is the only home I know. Now that doesn't mean I don't know other things because I've been around the world a couple of times. When I say around the world, I mean exactly that. You know, I've been, you know, yeah, to a lot of places, seen a lot of things, and lived under different governments. Yeah, deal with a lot of people. You know, but this is home, and so I'm not. My my main thing is not to bash it. My thing is to improve it. And the way I see it, the choice that I'm making is I'm going to make an improvement by, bringing out things that are making it sick, things that are killing it, things that need to be, take a looking at, yeah, yeah, you know, if you have a problem and you never confront it, the problem can never go away. Most problems. But some problems work itself out, dog. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, through time, you know. But some and most they don't. The expiration date is the date that the problem is attached to. When the problem is attached to dies, and the problem is settled for that person, but the problem can still persist because we're living, breathing proof of that. Yeah, of that. Yeah. So America, listen. I love you. I love you for all your red, white, and blue. I love you for your black and all the hues in between. Boy, I love you. I love your greenery. I love your sunshine. Listen, I love it. I love it all. I love it all. I really do. But I'm just not gonna let it slide. It's not gonna let it slide because I love you. Because I love you, I'm gonna do what I got to do in order so you get whole. So all America, so that all America, when we say that, when we say all God bless America, we're not talking about some of Americans, all Americans, and that's the point. Choices, choices. And so as we get ready to close tonight, I want to leave you with this thought. I want to leave you with this thought here. Okay, you know, I don't know if anybody ever been in anyone out here ever been in a bad relationship. You know, at some point. You may have, I don't know who would want to enter into a bad relationship on purpose or intentionally, but it happens sometimes. Because they hide stuff. They lie. One the partner, both the part of lying. And so as they, as the years go by, in the beginning, everything is good. You know, there's the sweet sound and smell of success. Everything's going on well. But whenever suddenly a problem comes up, you know, a great problem, little things, you seem that okay, I can live with that. Some little things, say okay, just start out. She start out fixing your dinner, every day on table at 6 o'clock. Come home, baby. You got your 5 or 6 courses, every day, and and then on the weekends, you taking money out and treating your way through years. Then all of a sudden, things start. It went from 5 to 4 meals, and it went from 3 to 2 meals, and now you're wondering, wait a minute, where my meals at? And you stop taking them out, to the places that you used to take them out, and it's saying all the things you used to say to them, and you watching television and or going, hanging out with the boys and talking this and that, and you're no longer paying attention to your uh, 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 your engagement person. You know, yeah, you know, these subtle changes and choices in your relationship until one day now, y'all having a good argument and things are getting out of control and somebody smacks somebody, boom. Oh well, wait a minute now. Choices. Is this what I signed up for? And somebody somehow, smooth tongue said I ain't gonna do it no more, and this and that, baby. Or you made me do this and that, or you maybe just, the one said, okay, we've been together so long, and he said, so well, you're not treating me like it goes out and get with somebody else, and then you find out, and she said, well, they say, I'm not gonna do that anymore. It's choices, and this and this drags on. This you just get forgiven, and just each side gets it reoccurs until one day, you, you know either one the party just fed up, you know just fed up, and they finally walk. And when they walk, they leave out with nothing less than what they brought to the place, bitter because of the choices. And that's and that's that's how I see the down society towards us. You know, you know, you know. But I don't think we walk out with nothing. I don't think we should walk out with nothing. When we walk out, we should walk out with everything we brought to the table with interest. That's why it was when that person walked out that relationship, and they've been together for 5, 10, 15 years, and one of them get to get a good divorce lawyer, and they get reparations. Yes, yes, yes. And so that's where we are right now for our folk. You know, no longer are we going to stand for the abuse. No longer are we going to stand for you taking our dignity. No longer are we going to stand for you to use us. No longer are we going to stand for you to continuously, cheat on us, cheat on us. No longer. Choices. So good night, and I hope that everybody uh, get opportunity to see this, because I know we didn't get a chance to uh, hit the other platforms, so they won't get the live deal. But hey, guess what? Until the next time. Until the next time. All right. Hey, you know what? It's always seemed to be greener on the other side, but the fact of the matter is, wherever you lay your hat, you can make it green. Peace. Mm. Now you know we've both been through a lot today. And that's why we need to just sit